Dorothy lived on a farm in Kansas with her aunt and uncle and her little dog Toto. One day, a terrible tornado came and picked up the house. The terrible wind spun the house around and around and around. Dorothy was hit in the head with a piece of wood and fell to the floor as the house continued to spin around. When Dorothy awoke, the house had finally stopped spinning. She cautiously opened the door. This doesn't look like Kansas. She noticed a crowd of happy people who cried, "Thank you for saving us from the Wicked Witch of the East." And there, sticking out from under the house, were 2 feet wearing red shoes. Dorothy's house had landed on the Wicked Witch. "Oh dear," said Dorothy. Just then, Glinda, the Good Witch, appeared and offered to help Dorothy get home with the help of the Wizard of Oz. Take the magic red shoes from the Wicked Witch's feet to the Wizard of Oz, and he will help you. Just follow the yellow brick road to Oz, the Emerald City, said Glinda the Good Witch. Just then, the Wicked Witch of the East sister appeared. She was the Wicked Witch of the West. "I want those red shoes," she hissed. Dorothy hurried away with her dog Toto down the yellow brick road to the Emerald City of Oz. She met a scarecrow who needed a brain. "Come with me, and the wizard can help you too," said Dorothy. They all set off down the yellow brick road. Soon they met a Tin Man who needed a heart. He joined them on their way to see the wizard. Later, a lion leapt from the forest. Toto barked loudly, and the lion began to cry. "I am supposed to be the king of the animals, but I have no courage," the lion said. "The wizard can help you," said Dorothy.
Oh.
And the lion joined all of them on their journey to see the wizard. Soon they saw the Emerald City in the distance. They met the Wizard of Oz, and he asked them to bring the Wicked Witch of the West's broomstick. "We have to do it," they all agreed, or they would not get the help they needed. The Wicked Witch could see through her magic crystal ball that Dorothy and her friends were coming to get her. The witch sent out her magic monkeys, who fought off the lion, the scarecrow, and the Tin Man. The monkeys brought Dorothy and Toto to the witch. The witch locked up Dorothy and took the red shoes. Toto snuck away to get their friends to help rescue Dorothy from the Wicked Witch. Dorothy's friends, the Scarecrow, the Lion, and the Tin Man, crept into the castle and freed Dorothy. When the witch saw them, she shot sparks at the Scarecrow, who burst into flames. Dorothy grabbed a bucket full of water and threw it on her Scarecrow friend to save him. She also managed to soak the Wicked Witch. When the water hit the witch, she started to melt away. "I'm melting! I'm melting!" And soon, the Wicked Witch was just a giant puddle. Dorothy and her friends grabbed the witch's broomstick and headed back to the Wizard of Oz. When they arrived, the wizard admitted to them that he was just a regular man and he was no wizard. But he did have some things that would help them. He gave the Scarecrow a diploma, the Tin Man a clockwork heart, and the Lion a medal for bravery.
Oh.
"But how can I get home to Kansas?" asked Dorothy. Just then the Good Witch appeared and said, "Don't worry, you helped your friends and I will help you. Just click those red shoes together and say, 'There's no place like home,' and you'll see." So Dorothy said goodbye to her friends and picked up Toto and clicked her heels together 3 times, while saying, "There's no place like home." Magically, she was home with her aunt and uncle in Kansas. What an adventure, thought Dorothy. There really is no place like home, she said, as she hugged her aunt and uncle and her little dog Toto. The end. This is the story of Princess Elsa and Princess Anna. When they were little girls, they were best friends. Princess Anna was one of the only people in the world that knew Princess Elsa's secret. Elsa had the special power to make snow and ice. One night, Elsa used her secret power and filled the grand ballroom with snow so the sisters could play. As they were playing, Elsa lost control, and she accidentally hit Anna with a blast of icy magic. Anna was badly hurt. Her parents went off to the ancient mountain trolls to ask them for help. The wisest old troll told them that Anna could be saved, and that she was lucky to have been hit in the head and not in her heart. As the years passed, Anna forgot about that night. To keep Elsa's special gift a secret from everyone else, their parents surrounded the castle with walls and never let anyone inside. It seemed whenever Elsa had strong feelings, her magic powers would spill out. Elsa never wanted to hurt her sister again, so she stopped playing with Anna. Anna became very lonely. Even after their parents were lost, the 2 sisters didn't spend any time playing together. Years later, it was time for Elsa to become queen. For just that one special day, the castle gates were opened. Hundreds of guests attended Elsa's coronation ceremony. Elsa worked very hard the whole day to hide her feelings and special powers. At the party, Anna danced with a handsome prince. He made her heart flutter. They fell in love and decided to marry. Elsa thought this engagement was a bad idea. Anna could not believe her sister, and they started arguing. As Elsa lost control and started to shout, her secret power was exposed. As ice shot from her hands, everyone stared in shock. Now they all knew her secret. Elsa ran out of the castle and fled to the mountains. It was summer, but Elsa's power had created a terrible winter storm. Anna felt terrible and ran off to find her sister, despite the bad winter storm. She met a magic snowman along the way named Olaf. Olaf knew where they would find Elsa and agreed to help. Olaf led Anna to a beautiful ice palace that Elsa had created with her powers. Inside, Anna found Elsa and told her about the terrible storm. Anna told Elsa she must come back and help, but Elsa did not want to hurt anyone, and they started fighting about her return. As they fought, a wave of magic burst from Elsa and struck Anna in the heart. Elsa knew what she had to do. She had to find the trolls and ask how to reverse the magic which was now freezing her sister. Olaf agreed to help. Elsa and Olaf found the ancient mountain troll, and he said, "Only an act of true love can thaw Anna's frozen heart." Elsa brought Anna back to their parents' castle to find the prince Anna was to marry, as he could save Anna with his true love. He laughed when he saw her and threw the sisters in the dungeon. "I only pretended to love her to get the castle and kingdom," said the prince. Afraid and locked in the dungeon, Elsa looked at her frozen sister. All of a sudden, the prince came in with a sword. He swung it at Anna, and the sword shattered on her frozen body. Elsa grabbed her and held her frozen sister tight, and suddenly, Anna began to thaw. As Olaf watched them, he remembered the wise old troll and what he said. An act of true love will thaw her frozen heart. The two sisters' love had saved them and their kingdom. They were best friends again. Even in the summer, Elsa always made Olaf snow so he could never melt. And now the castle gates were wide open. The evil prince was long gone, and they all lived happily ever after. Once upon a time in the city of Paris, a young man lived in the bell tower of the Notre Dame Cathedral. He was strong enough to ring the church bells. He was also very gentle, gentle enough to hold small birds in his hands. His only friends were the gargoyles. They did not mind that he had a hunchback and a face so ugly that his evil, cruel master named him Quasimodo, which means half-formed. Quasimodo knew nothing of the world below him. He only knew what his master told him. His master even taught Quasimodo to think of himself as a monster. Quasimodo wanted to join the crowds below him on the streets of Paris so bad, but his master would never let him leave. Quasimodo spent his days carving small wooden figures, wishing he could see the whole world below. Once a year, Paris celebrated the Festival of Fools. The gargoyles convinced Quasimodo to climb down the tower and attend the festival. Everyone wore masks at the festival, so no one would pay attention to Quasimodo's looks. Quasimodo went to the festival and saw the most beautiful gypsy dancer, Esmeralda. The master's newest soldier, Captain Phoebus, saw Esmeralda and also thought she was the most beautiful. All of a sudden, the crowd grabbed Quasimodo and made him king of fools, until they found out his face was not a mask. He was a monster. They tied him down with ropes so he could not escape. Quasimodo begged his master for help, but he refused. All of a sudden, the beautiful gypsy Esmeralda cut Quasimodo free and yelled at his master. "You mistreat Quasimodo like you mistreat my people," Esmeralda said. "You will pay for this," yelled the master, and he ordered his new Captain Phoebus to arrest her. Esmeralda snuck away into the cathedral with her goat. Captain Phoebus found her there and did not want to arrest her. He told her she could claim sanctuary as long as she stayed inside the church. "If she sets one foot outside this church, she will be my prisoner," said the cruel master. Quasimodo and Esmeralda became great friends. Quasimodo was confused because the master had told him how bad gypsies were, but Esmeralda was kind and good. And she did not think Quasimodo was a monster at all. "I think the master is wrong about both of us," said Esmeralda. Quasimodo helped her plan her escape. Quasimodo carried Esmeralda and her goat down the church walls to the street one night. She gave Quasimodo a special amulet and said, "Use this if you ever need help. It will show you how to find the Court of Miracles, the secret gypsy hideout." She promised she would visit Quasimodo again and kissed him on the cheek. When Esmeralda returned, she brought Captain Phoebus, who had been badly wounded. "The master attacked us, and Captain Phoebus tried to help. Please help him get well." Quasimodo agreed and hid the captain in the bell tower. The master still wanted to find the gypsies and thought Quasimodo might know where to find them all in their secret hideaway. The master tricked Quasimodo and told him he knew where the secret hideaway was, and he would attack the gypsies at dawn with 1,000 of his soldiers. This was just a trick by the cruel master. Quasimodo and Captain Phoebus decided they must use the special amulet to find Esmeralda and warn her. They secretly made their way to the Court of Miracles. but they had no idea the master and his soldiers were secretly following them. Quasimodo and Captain Phoebus led them to the secret gypsy hiding place. "Take them all away," the cruel master yelled to his soldiers. "No, please," begged Quasimodo. But the master had a heart of stone. The next day, the master had chained up Quasimodo in the bell tower and was going to punish Esmeralda in the courtyard below. Quasimodo broke his chains and rescued Esmeralda and brought her to safety in the bell tower. The master tried to break into the tower with his soldiers, but the gargoyles beat the master and his men. At last, the master's evil reign was over. The people of Paris cheered. Hip hip hooray for Quasimodo! Finally, Quasimodo understood he was not a monster at all. But to the people of Paris, he was a great hero.